Hi, I'm Jennifer Margaret and welcome to my Pecha Kucha, where I've reflected deeply on what my values and worldviews comprise of, where they originated from, the journey they've taken in my life and where they stand in my life today, my values hand to hand. I ask myself, what is most important in my life? The first thoughts that immediately come to mind are the people I love, my family. I then think to myself, I was born not knowing what love was, I was born knowing how to express joy, and from that expression I formed an attachment, and love found me. That love was formed through touch and the eventual realisation that when I think of people I love, my mind recalls the image of their hands. I asked my father if he'd ever talked to me of my future life when I was a baby. He answered yes with a gentleness. "Just be kind," was the whisper in my ear. My core beliefs are reflections of his whispers and the birthplace of my values: loyalty, integrity, honesty, strength, resilience. They are all carefully stored in a leather-bound form, me. The whispers became the eye that represents the witness we bear in life to our thoughts, feelings, choices, beliefs, decisions, challenges and experiences. So setting forth in life to explore the bigger picture, the whispers determined my path and echoed in my thoughts. "Be kind," he whispered. And although there were small things that blurred the big picture and I hit some walls both professionally and personally, I was determined to honour the whispers and take on the challenges I would encounter helping people. The main challenges I face professionally are the inconsistencies, inequities and inequality of life. The adversity people grapple with, the complexities that we face, the anomalies, the lies and injustice that question us, the misunderstandings, the intolerances and ignorance all challenges my values and worldviews. But these experiences never challenge my core beliefs because the eye never allows one to hide. My personal values shaped and influenced my practice as a young, naive woman who would be confronted by bloodied hands. I knew my honesty would influence trust in professional relationships, loyalty would influence rapport that is built, integrity influences advocacy and access to fairness and justice, resilience influences empathy, enabling strength of character, a cascade of values that provide clarity in decision making. The importance of self-determination, autonomy, human dignity and individual worth are the principles that guide my practice. My decision-making is guided by advice, considered research and evidence-based practice, a code of conduct and organisational policy, and the eye that informs my reflective understanding. Recently I was working with a group of maximum security offenders incarcerated of various ages and cultural identities. One young man asked me if I was feeling frightened in a room alone with a bunch of criminals. I answered, if we were sitting on a bus we would be passengers. If we were lying in hospital beds we would be patients. We are a room full of people gathered together to improve our outcomes in life. The young man smiled to himself and said, "You're all right, you know." Men, women and children in custody face enormous isolation, stigma and inequity. You may well say they have broken the law and they get what they deserve, but I see people who are trying to effect change in their lives when they know not what change is, that have suffered ongoing intergenerational trauma, and jail is viewed as a rite of passage in their lives. Human dignity involves human touch and an outstretched hand, an offer to help, to guide, to understand, and to help someone. A gesture as simple as an extended hand can pull someone from a dark space, a troubled place, an unhappy thought, or a long-held belief, and can provide comfort, guidance, and hope. In the social welfare field, professionalism means being able to manage ethical dilemmas, likened to getting your hands dirty, where you are faced with alternatives that are challenging to your values, where you will adopt a philosopher's stance to solve complexities. Professionalism is contributing to your organisation and an occupation with integrity, establishing and maintaining boundaries. My worldview is grounded in the reality that I perceive all people as having a goodness to or about them, and accepting people's differences being physical, spiritual, cultural and situational. I aspire to look for the positive in mine and others' lives and provide strength-based positive reinforcement to those I cross paths with. I thank you for watching.